Welcome, everybody. My name is Yasu Onodera. I am Director of International Program at Arkansas Tech University. And this is the final event of International Education Week. International Education Week, IEW. This is something I say all the time, but it's a joint initiative of U.S. Department of Education and Department of State to celebrate the benefits of international education and exchange worldwide. So traditionally at Arkansas Tech University, International Student Services put together a series of events for the entire week for the community to gather together and very importantly, eat world food together and learn about different culture represented at Arkansas Tech University. So if it was a normal year, this time of Friday, the last day of IEW, International Education Week, we would be in Doc Bryan Lecture Hall and enjoying the various talents of international students in the Talent Expo. This year, for obvious reasons of COVID-19, we couldn't do any of it. And it is disappointing for me, for many. But I'm happy to tell you that we have been able to produce some excellent virtual series of events throughout the week. And today, as a conclusion of IEW 2020, we are excited to welcome you to the IEW finale. Good thing is, if you are at home, you get to eat your favorite food and favorite drink as you watch the video. We may not be able to do that together in person, but you have that freedom to do so while you not showing your video and enjoy your own food. But just remember to mute yourself. And I'm telling this especially for my kids who might be watching this program from home. We don't want people to hear you burp. So make sure, kids, mute yourself. But eating while you watch the program might be really important because I know you will feel really hungry later when you see the slides of deliciously looking food from different countries. So I kind of suggest or recommend you to have your favorite food ready by your side. Another benefit of having the virtual program today is for the first time ever, I get to co-host the program with my wonderful colleagues, Sarah and Sabrina. So Sarah, Sabrina, please introduce yourself and say hi, starting Sarah.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. We're doing a weird thing at my house where I'm using the laptop, but you're actually broadcast on the TV, so everybody else can see you. My name is Sarah Chronister, and I am the International Student Immigration Specialist at ISS. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We have a really great program tonight, and you guys are going to love these videos.
Very good. Sound like a host. Yes, MC. Good job. Sabrina.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sabrina Anwar, and I'm so excited to see all of you here. And I'm really glad and welcome to the last day of the International Education Week for this year virtually. So I'm excited what we have laid out for you all, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to like it. And let's enjoy.
Very good. Wonderful. I'm excited to co-host with you guys. So usually this time of IEW conclusion, we are, like I said, we are doing the Talent Expo, and that's some event that we never know what we're gonna get. And usually we're behind the scene and running around the lecture hall as our students, international students MC, student MCs host the Talent Expo, talent show. I think Sarah and Sabrina a little bit more relaxed than usual because at least they are sitting on the chair. So I have a surprise for them. Some of you might have seen Dr. Bowen's email about the staff milestone today. And I have got the certificate right here with me. So please, everybody, join me in the chat to congratulate Sarah for her first 5 years. Can you see it? 5 years of service. Yes, thank you for clapping. Yeah, just go ahead and type congratulations there in the chat. Yes, and excitingly, we have Sabrina for 15 years of service. 15, big 15, yay! Great job. I'm really blessed to have you guys working together with me. And additionally, Judy in international admissions, and she had 15 years of service at the same timing. So that's exciting. So ISS cannot be the same without them. Also, ISS International Student Service cannot be the same without our wonderful, wonderful student employees. They have worked so hard and they made a virtual series of events for this International Education Week possible, namely the flag trivia, world language lesson video series, the country pride contest, and today's finale. You might not see them physically, but the kind of work that they did behind the scene, video editing, organizing program, putting the trivia together, flyers, I can't name it all. So without them, we cannot bring anything to you. So I'd like to introduce, and I want them to say, introduce themselves so that we can welcome by themselves. For starting from the graduate assistant, can we go from Yoshi? Can you say hi to the audience? We have a lot of people.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yoshi Tao from Darnell, Arkansas. I'm a graduate assistant for International Student Services. For this whole week, I have been the busiest as I have been for the past year. I had to do like 12 videos for this event. And you guys probably know this, but it's Arkansas. Some internet connection sucks, so I've been staying up really late uploading all these videos. And so I hope you guys enjoy tonight.
Thank you, Yoshi. Good job. Now, Tushar.
Hi everyone. This is Nahid Tushar. I am a graduate student from Mechanical Engineering Department from Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I am glad to be a part of IEW and ISS. Thank you so much for joining our event.
Very good. Yeah, it's kind of weird that Tushar is in like really close, different room across that window. Yeah, nice. Okay, moving on. We have two student workers. Fahim is traveling, so I don't think he can join us today. Fahim from Bangladesh. But we have Nikki. Can you say hi to everybody?
Yes.
Great.
Hi everyone. My name is Nikki and I'm from China. I am a senior student majoring marketing and management. Also, I'm still working in ISS. Thank you for joining our event.
Very good. Thank you. Now, lastly but not the least, is Amber online? I don't see. She may not be. Yeah. Amber leave. Oh, she's in class. Good student. All right. We can't tell her not to go to class. But from Taiwan is another great student worker in our office. We talked about the series of events, and I just like to mention another great event, virtual event we had together with Miss Chubby Norman in diversity and inclusion, and Miss Gabby Hallmark in study abroad, that Black, Brown, and abroad study abroad session. So it was a success, and then we are reaching the students population that we usually do not. So I just want to thank them as well. All right. I think we are ready to move on to the main contents of today's presentation, the video presentation of the students. So, several students put together the video to introduce their culture. And the judges, we are doing this as a contest, and the judges have seen those videos beforehand without the interruption of technology or network delay and anything like that. So in case that you have any technical issues, then please don't worry that it doesn't affect the judging, but please just sit back and relax and enjoy. And with your favorite food, if you have it, near you. So first one, I would like to go ahead and introduce country of Japan, and Aki is your video host. So I am going to share my screen. While you watch the video, please make sure that you mute yourself. And if you have any, comments, please let's talk on the chat. Okay, so we can still use the chat as long as you mute it. And I want you to see a lot of your comments. Ooh, I just loved Nihal's comment saying, congrats, mama. That's good. Love that. So let's keep the chat going, okay, as we watch. I will share my screen. Okay, everyone, has this been shared? You see the file? All right.
Welcome to Japan. My name is Akiharu Etsushi. I'm a computer science major and I'm from Japan. That is why I'm going to take you to Japanese server. Let's get started. So first, what is Japan? I know everybody knows Japan is somewhere in Asia, but specifically where? Japan is located in East Asia. You can see from the map, this is Old Asia, and Japan is here, East Asia. And next, how large Japan is. From the map, it doesn't look too small. However, actual Japan size is 142,000 square miles. So it is hard to imagine the size just by numbers. So compared to simple example, Japan is small in Texas. However, we have population 126.17 million people, which is 5 times more than Texas. Now you can imagine Japan has a lot of people in one small area. Next, Japan is an island country, and then we have 4,345 islands. And then it is consisted by 5 main islands. From the top, Hokkaido, Honshu, Shikoku, Kyushu, Okinawa. Even we have only small area, Eastward and Southward has completely different weather. When you look at Southward, Okinawa has a very warm weather and a very beautiful beach. And then on the other hand, Eastward Hokkaido. Hokkaido has a lot of snow. And then there's one famous festival called Yuki Matsuri, which is, since they have a lot of snow, they made historical monuments like snow. Like here, Japanese castle, Egyptian castle, and then they display in the center of the city. This is very beautiful. Here, what I want to say, It's like even you come to any season, you can have fun and then see different and traditional culture in here. I'm still talking about geographic feature, and I want to start talking about history. What do you know about Japanese history? Maybe ninja or samurai? That's pretty cool. But here, I'm going to introduce about more interesting. What do you know about Japanese kings? In fact, we don't have king, but instead of that, we have Japanese emperor. This is very impressive. Japanese emperor is the oldest continuous hereditary monarchy since 660 BC. So basically, Japanese emperor has 1,500 history. So England monarchy has about 950 years history. So even compared to them, you can see how surprising this long legacy is. And next, do you know who made Japan? Japan was made by only one person. Her name is Himiko. Himiko was German, and then she was queen of Yamatai-goku. And then there are 100 countries in Japan at the time, and then there are a lot of war. And then she was the very first person who unified 100 countries in Japan. So historically, this is very interesting. The reason why is Japan is the only few countries unified by female. And then I talked about old history. Now I'm going to talk about current history. What is a remarkable event? World War II. So how World War II and in Japan is that we got 2 atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So what I'm going to share here is not that was right or wrong. I mean, because like there is a lot of memories of the tragedy. So I really want to share this to the world, and then we can hope the world peace. And then that's why I'm introduced here. And if you have an opportunity to visit here, I'll really recommend to go here. Next, I'm going to introduce about holidays. We have 17 holidays in a year, and then I'm going to introduce one big event, Japanese New Year. So, what is Japanese New Year? It is January 1st. And then there are some traditional customs. But before then, I'm going to introduce a typical phrase for New Year. 明けましておめでとうございます which means formal way to say Happy New Year. 今年もよろしくお願いします meaning is I hope you will have a great year. And how we use this is when we meet people after New Year breaks, we say as one set with Bob. Like, 明けましておめでとうございます 今年もよろしくお願いします Like this, it might use for when you go to Japan in New Year. Next, what we eat in this holiday is a very special meal called osechi. You can see a lot of kinds of food in one set of box. And surprisingly, each food has meaning. For example, tender here. This is egg roll, what we call date egg roll, which means bread for improvement of study and career. Why this has this meaning is like very old time. We have traditional notebook. You can see it here. We call it makimono. And then people made an egg roll. People imitate the makimono by egg roll. So what I'm gonna say here is like Japanese people celebrate osechi by eating as well. And then pray for good New Year. And then what we do in here is going to the temple and then pray for a good New Year. Japan has thousands of beautiful temples. And then each temple has their future. What I mean is like one temple is good for money. One temple is good for education, like this. So in New Year, people go to pick the temple, what they need to go, and then pray for a good year. This was really introduced about Japan, and then now I'm going to share about my favorite view in Japan, which is cherry blossom. As you can see, this is very beautiful, and then I can say Japan has one of the best cherry blossom view in the world. That was a brief Japanese tour, and I hope you enjoy it. And we are always welcome to Japan.
Thank you so much, Aki. That was beautiful. Next up, we have two students who collaborated for this project, Ria and Satya, and they'll be representing India. So let's. Yasu, you're muted so that we can't hear the video. Could you please restart?
Sorry about that. It's something that everybody does, at least once in the year of 2020. Sorry. Can you hear it?
Hi everyone, my name is Shreya. I'm a geology major here at JET and I come from Siliguri, which is in India. So we are all here today presenting our country on this final day of International Education Week. That's what I'm here to do as well. I'm here to present my country, India. So let's begin.
You play down there.
India is a peninsular country in South Asia. It's bounded to the north by the Himalayas, to the east by the Bay of Bengal, to the west by the Arabian Sea, and to the south by the Indian Ocean. Today I'm not alone. I have a friend with me who's here to present as well. His name is Satya, and he'll be telling you a few more facts about India. So let's hear from him.
Thank you, Ria. Hi, everyone. I'm Satya. I'm from Hyderabad, which is located in the southern part of India. I'm doing my master's with major as information technology. In India, there are 415 living languages, out of which 23 are constitutionally recognized, and Hindi is considered as the national language of India. Coming to the population, India is second most populous country, and with the land size, India is seventh largest in the world. There are 6 major religious communities in India. There are Hindus, Christians, Muslims, Sikhs, Jains, and Buddhists. Given its rich history, India can be viewed through various lenses, but we have chosen few of them which sets India apart. So let's hear about those from Ria.
Before I start, I would like to thank IMSSO, who have always organized fun events for us international students, where we can represent our countries and feel closer to home. Here are pics from such events where me and Satya represented India wearing our traditional clothes. I am wearing a sari and Satya is wearing a kurta. This time we are trying to virtually present to you our country, and we hope that is just as fun. So let's talk about India, the land of rich cultural diversity. Beginning with food, India and its food has forever been known for its spices. While food varies from region to region, Overall, we Indians share the love for spice, flavor, and curries. What a person eats every day varies from region to region, sometimes even from family to family. Overall, however, our staple food is rice, although some northern states enjoy eating chapati, which is like a whole wheat flour tortilla, along with some vegetable curry, lentil soup, and some pickles. Daily food consists of rice with some spicy curry and pickles in the southern states. There's also a tradition of eating on banana leaves, which has been going on for thousands of years. It imparts a beautiful flavor to the food and is considered healthy. Moreover, once you're done eating, you can dispose of the biodegradable banana leaf. Some delicious dishes that are worth trying would be Hyderabadi biryani, naan, butter chicken, and rogan josh. Some famous Indian drinks would be lassi, faluda, and sugarcane juice. Some desserts that are worth trying are rasgulla, gulab jamun, and rasmalai. If you ever happen to visit India, please try bhel puri and pani puri, which are famous snacks in India. Now let's move on to marriages in India. Weddings in India are a multi-day celebration and are celebrated with a lot of people, food, and decoration. For weddings, the bride prefers wearing a wedding lehenga. You can see a picture of that in the top right corner. And what the groom wears is called a sherwani, which is right next to that picture. While the rituals vary from region to region, and different religions actually celebrate it very differently, most Hindu grooms apply a red vermilion powder called sindoor on the bride's forehead, which then she is supposed to wear all her life as a sign that she is married. So marriages in India are mostly arranged by families and relatives, but love marriages have become quite common in today's urban areas. Moving on, let's talk about science and technology in India. India is considered a developing economy with great potential for production and innovation. It's one of the top destinations for investment by tech companies, and the IT sector is booming. This has led to India becoming one of the top sites where companies outsource their jobs to. It is said that if the current growth continues, India could even become the next Silicon Valley. Who knows, maybe. Space exploration has also been on the rise, with intensive research and regular space missions. As a matter of fact, India was able to carry out Mangalyaan, a successful Mars mission that cost much less than the making of the movie The Martian. And India is, in fact, capable of more such cost-effective yet critical space mission. So next, we have Satya, who will be telling you about the cultural heritage of India.
Thank you, Riya. Cultural heritage. The history of India begins with the birth of Indus Valley civilization. It flourished around 2500 BC. Nothing was known about this civilization till 1920s, when the Archaeological Department of India carried out excavations in the Indus Valley. There are thousands of temples in India which amazes with architecture. Out of them, I am going to show a few of them to get a glimpse of this amazing architecture. This is the picture of Padmanabhaswamy Temple, Kerala, which is located in southern part of India. The foundation for the present Gopuram, which is shown in the slide, is 100 feet and was laid on 15th century. In 2011, the Supreme Court of India has directed the authorities from the Archaeological Department to open the secret chambers of the temple for the inspection of the items that are kept inside. This revelation has solidified the status of Padmanabhaswamy Temple as the wealthiest place of worship in the world. It conservatively estimated the value of monumental items as $17 billion. If the antique and cultural value were taken into account, these assets could be 10 times worth the current market price. This is Kailasa Temple in Ellora. This enormous 8th century temple in India was carved from one rock. Formed from a single rock of excavated stone, Kailasa Temple is considered one of the most impressive cave temples in India. Architects say that only way to carve the structure is to start from the top of the mountain, and work down rather than starting from the downward. Bodh Gaya. It is famous as it is the place where Gautam Buddha is said to have attained enlightenment. There what become known as the Bodhichi. Since antiquity, Bodh Gaya has remained the object of pilgrimage and veneration for both Hindus and Buddhists. In approximately 250 BCE, about 200 years after Buddha attained enlightenment, Buddhist Emperor Asoka visited Bodh Gaya in order to establish a monastery shrine on the holy site. The Jain Buddha in the picture is about 80 feet. In 15th century, a religion emerged in India that spoke about equity, bravery, generosity. That is nothing but Sikhism. It is founded by humble Saint Guru Nanak, proved to be one of the most powerful religions in the history of India. This religion gave us the League of Extraordinary Men that fought for truth and become pillars of courage. Located in Amritsar, Gurudwara is popular by the name of the Golden Temple, that which is shown in the picture. At Golden Temple, they serve a massive number of 5,000 people with vegetarian meals that consist of roti, rice, dal, vegetable dish, and a dessert. On religious occasions, the number often goes up to 100,000. It would be incomplete if we doesn't mention about the churches in Goa. Goa was the capital of Portuguese India. An isolation center from the 16th century, these monuments reflect the cultural exchange and legacy of the Portuguese. Jama Masjid of Delhi is one of the largest mosques in India. It was built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in 1650. The courtyard can accommodate more than 25,000 people, making it one of the biggest and unique mosques in India. On a whole, India is not just a land of one religion. Every Indian respects and treats other religion with dignity. Being ethnically and religiously diverse made India one of the most secular countries in the world. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Ria and Satya. That was great. Someday I sure will visit India and visit those places, and sure I will try the foods. Thank you, it was wonderful. So now let's move on to the next presenter, Lina Al-Sharif.
My name is Lina Al-Sharif. I am a graduate student doing Masters of Multimedia Journalism at Arkansas Tech University at the Full-Time School. Today I'm going to tell you about my country. I will not tell you the name of my country until I tell you something to let you guess what is my country. So whenever people meet me and know that I am from this country, they ask me one question. The question is, did you ever visit the pyramids? Yes. The answer is yes. I visited the pyramids more than once. And this is because I live near the pyramids. And actually, I hadn't only visited the pyramids, but also I actually entered the pyramids. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but you can actually go inside the pyramids and see everything inside there. So now I think you know where I am from. But if you didn't guess it until now, so I am actually from the African country, Egypt. So Africa, this is weird. Maybe it will be weird for you that is Egypt actually in Africa? This is another information that when people know, they feel that this is strange for them. But as you can see in the map, actually, Egypt, yes, we are in Africa. I know that some people don't know this information because of the color of our skin, but in Egypt, you will find people, all the Egyptian people, they have different color skin, different hair skin, and even different eye skin. So, yes, we are in Africa. Today, I'm going to tell you some information about Africa. I will tell you first about the religion. So the main religion in Africa, the main religion in Egypt is Islam. Millions and millions of Egyptian people are Muslim. However, we also have Christian people there, and they are also Egyptian. So I'm proud and happy that we Muslim and Christian people, Egyptian people, actually we live together in peace. And we always like hang out with each other. We always have all our festivals and celebration together. So another information about Egypt, that it is not just African countries, but actually it is Arab country. So this means that the main language in Egypt is Arabic. Every single Egyptian person speaks Arabic. And actually, I will tell you an information about the Arabic language that you may not know, that actually we write from right to left. And this is the opposite of how we write from in English. So I have an example like this. So Arkansas Tech University, if I'm gonna write it in Arabic, I will actually start with the name, with the word university, and the word will be just like here. So if you ask me how I will say Arkansas Tech University in Arabic, it will be Jamiat Arkansas Tech. The word university means Jamiat, and Arkansas Tech will be the same as it is in English, because actually it is an English word. So now let's talk a little bit about the monuments and the most important monuments in Egypt. I think that you studied this in history, that Egypt is has like many and millions of monument things. Until now, until this moment I'm talking to you, Egyptian people always discover monuments and heraldic monuments under the ground. Until like yesterday, they discovered a new thing, and we always keep discovering. And I can say that maybe there are still like millions and millions of monuments under the ground. So the first thing I'm going to tell you about so quickly is the pyramids. We already talked about it, and now you know a new information about it, that actually you can enter the pyramids and see what's inside it. So now, so quickly, you will see camels there, and this is another thing that people don't know, and they always think that Egypt is still actually ride camels and like horses as the main transportation, but it's not right. We now like drive cars. However, you can ride, if you want to ride horses or camels, you can do this like beside camel and beside pyramids, just like as a touristic place. So tourists actually come to do this, but it's not normal to just like ride a camel in the streets of Egypt. So the second monument I'm going to talk about is the Sphinx. It is just like this. This is an example of the Sphinx, and actually, as you can see, it is very huge. Like this photo, it's very near to the Sphinx. However, it is very huge, and it is here beside the pyramids. So, going and visiting actually the pyramids and the Sphinx is the first thing that every tourist goes to Egypt just do it, because it is very voluntary in everything. The second monument that I'm going to tell you about is Cairo Tower. Cairo Tower has been the tall structure in Egypt and Africa for about 50 years. I visited this tower one day before leaving Egypt and coming to the US. I don't know why I was so late to this thinking, but I did it. And this tower actually has a unique thing about it. So in the top of this is a rotating restaurant. In this restaurant, I went there, and you will stay and start eating, and the floor under you will rotate so slow. You will not feel the movement of the floor. However, because all the like as you can see in the restaurant, it has like all it has windows. So you every time the floor will move so slowly, you will see a different scene of Cairo. And actually, they say that from the top of this tower, you can see the whole Cairo. Now, we have another thing that we are very popular with. Yes, this is the tallest river in the world, the Nile River. We share the Nile River with another different with other different countries. And I think that some people will not know, may not know that actually you can hang out with your friends and with like beside that night, or actually take like a ship or something to go in the night. So like think about it. You can just take your breakfast, looking to the night, then you can just have your lunch with your friends, looking to the night, and then you can just like have your dinner also looking to the Nile. The Nile goes in many cities in Egypt, not just Cairo. And it's not, you can just go with your friends to have fun there. And actually, all of this monument is just in Cairo, the capital. However, every Egyptian governorate has different like touristic place that you can go and visit. You can like if you wanna like any recommendation, you can visit the city of Alexandria, which has the Mediterranean Sea. It is a very touristic city, and you can go to other like cities that have actually the Red Sea. So we are pleased actually to have many cities that have very like different places, touristic places to visit. So talking about the food, I will just tell you about one place that is very popular in Egypt and in our countries, which is grape leaves. Grape leaves, yes, we eat grape leaves, like the grape leaves itself. We started with rice and spices, and it's very, very famous in Egypt, in Arab countries, and it's very delicious. I would recommend you to taste it if you would like know any Arab friend or Egyptian friend, or if you went actually to Egypt, you have to try this. The thing that I have in my presentation is a weird thing about Egypt, Arab countries, and Muslim countries. When COVID-19 came, people faced a huge problem, which was the toilet papers. But actually, Muslim countries didn't face this problem so much. Why? Because actually we use bidet. So we clean ourselves after toilet, like after going to restrooms, we actually must clean ourselves with water rather than toilet papers. So when you go to any Muslim or Arab country, you will find something looks like this, but maybe it has like different shapes or different structures. But the purpose of this is just to push water so you can clean yourself after like going to a restroom. And we use it because we think it is a hygienic thing, and it's more hygienic than toilet paper. And actually, it is like a religious thing that you have to do after like going to the restroom. I finished my presentations. The last thing I will tell you that Egyptian people are very social and welcoming people. We are used to have tourists always. So we are used to help them, and we like actually to always help them. So if you went to Egypt and you face any situation while you're being in the street, don't hesitate actually to stop any person and ask them for help. You will find millions of people willing to help you. I'm very proud to be Egyptian. I'm very proud to be African. I'm very proud to be Arab, and very proud to be Muslim person. And I'm happy that I have all of this combination together. So because this gives me the opportunity to know people better and accept other culture. So I would like recommend you to come to Egypt. I would love to help you whenever you think about, I'm gonna like just wanna visit Egypt and I wanna ask someone about this. You can ask me, the only Egyptian female at Arkansas Tech. Thank you.
That was wonderful, and she was so funny. I laughed when she talked about the toilet paper. It's like a signature, another signature event other than the muting, oneself and forget about it and keep talking. It's a toilet paper, and I personally concur a lot because in our culture, Japanese culture, we have a washlet, like a shower toilet. So that was great. When we are having fun and time really flies, and we are at the last video presentation. It's amazing how fast the time goes. So hope that you all are ready for the last presentation from Pratiksha. Here we go.
Namaste and hello everyone. My name is Pratiksha Paudel. I'm an international student from Nepal. I'm a biomedical science student at Arkansas Tech University and I will be graduating in December of 2020. So this is my last semester. First of all, I would like to say a huge thank you to International Student Service for providing us this opportunity to represent our country and our culture to the world. Nepal is a small, landlocked South Asian country located on the lap of Himalayas. The flag of Nepal is the only national flag which is not rectangular or square in shape, and it is the most mathematical flag in the entire world. The crimson red is the symbol of bravery, and it also represents the color of rhododendron, Nepal's national flower, while the blue border represents color of peace. Along with this, the sun and the moon express the hope that the country will last as long as these astral bodies last. The total population of Nepal is about 30 million. The geography of Nepal is divided into 3 regions: Himalayas, Hilly, and Tarai. Nepal is a very diverse country with 126 ethnic groups and 123 different languages. Nepal encompasses a wide diversity of groups and beliefs. However, majority of people follow Hindu religion, but we can also find Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, and others. Nepal is a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multilingual, and multi-religious nation. Nepal is a home of more than 1,300 mountain peaks, and highest peak in the world, Mount Everest, which is 1,848 meters above the sea level. It attracts many climbers every year. To climb Everest, people need to adjust to the high altitude first, with lots of training in between the base camp. Climbing Everest is not easy like we think, as many of my friends from here, they asked me if I have climbed the Everest or not. Well, the reason above 8,000 is called a death zone because of the lack of oxygen, freezing temperature, and high altitude. So reaching the top of Everest requires months of physical preparation and assimilation to the low oxygen environment at high altitude, but anybody can trek and hike to the Everest base camp and enjoy the beauty of Mount Everest, sunrise and sunset. These are some pictures of climbers. Let me also talk about Sherpas. Sherpas are a Nepalese ethnic group and they are renowned for their climbing skills and their strength at high altitudes. They are the successful climbers of Mount Everest. Gorkhas have been internationally recognized as one of the most resilient, bravery, and fearless military in the world. They are famous for carrying a khupuri, which is the national weapon of Nepal. Better to die than being coward is the motto of Nepalese Gorkha. During the World War, many Gorkhalis were taken in by British Army to fight in the war because of their bravery. It is because of this brave man, Nepal had never been colonized and thus we do not have Independence Day. There is a famous quotation, if a man says he is not afraid of dying, he is either lying or he is a Gorkha. Nepal is the only country in the world where a living goddess Kumari is worshipped. Kumari is a call selected from Newari Buddhist community in the belief of Kumari will protect the town from evil powers. The red tika on her forehead is called Vriku. It represents the cosmic energy of earth and is a sign of wealth, prosperity, and a bright future. Both Hindu and Buddhism equally worship Kumari, so this unique tradition is a perfect example of peaceful coexistence of religion in Nepal. Let me talk about festivals. Dasai is the biggest, longest, and most auspicious festival which lasts for 15 days. It commemorates the great victory of God over the wicked demons. The 10th day of Dasai is the most important day called Dasami. All family members and relatives, they gather together and elders put tika and jamara on the forehead of youngers and bless them for long, healthy life and prosperity. Elders give money to the younger along with blessings. So this festival ties families together. Tika is the mixture of red vermilion powder and cord that is put on the forehead as a sign of victory and good luck. Jamara are the maize and barley shoot that are germinated. Jamara is put behind the ear and is considered auspicious blessing of goddess. These are some more pictures of Dasai, and these are my family members celebrating Dasai. Tihar is the second greatest festival that is celebrated for 5 days in the month of October or early November. Actually, Tihar is running over there right now. It is the festival of light where we worship Lord Lakshmi, goddess of wealth. And the special thing about Tihar is that we also celebrate dog, crow, and cow. Crow is the symbol of messenger of death. Dog is the guardian of the house and celebrated for their loyalty, service, and companionship. Cow is a symbol of goddess Lakshmi. The special day of Tihar is Bhai Tika, where sisters put 7-color tika on the forehead of their brothers and pray for their long life and prosperity. Brothers give money and gift to their sisters. So this festival creates a strong bond not only in between brothers and sisters, but also in between humans and animals. This is the picture of Dag Tihar. Buddha Jayanti is the another festival. It represents 3 important events of Lord Buddha's life: his birth, his attaining enlightenment, and his death. We have more than 50 festivals, but I just wanted to cover 3 of the major ones. And also we get holidays for Christmas, Eid, and other festivals. But now let me move on to the food. Nepalese cuisine comprises of varieties of food based on ethnicity. Rice, curry, and lentils is the standard meal. Dumpling, pani puri, yomari, and we have many varieties of food. And trust me, these are really delicious and cheaper as well. And the special thing about Nepalese is that we eat by hand. The majority of Nepali society practices arranged marriage, but these days love marriage is also very common in Nepal. Marriage symbolizes spiritual bond and union of bride and groom. On wedding day, the groom, their family, along with relatives, music band, and dance, they leave for the bride's house. In marriage, it is a tradition for bride to wear a red sari. The color represents purity and love. Mehendi, which is henna on hand, decorates the bride. It is saying that the darker the color, the more the groom loves you, and the longer it stays, the happier your marriage will be. The ritual is performed in front of the sacred fire. The bride and groom, they revolve around the sacred fire for 7 times with the knot tied in between, indicating 7 lives of togetherness. Marriage ritual is completed when groom puts sindoor on the forehead of bride's head. Sindoor in the forehead is a symbol of purity and good luck in Nepalese culture. It has a great significance for a married woman, and it is also the first thing how we recognize married and unmarried women in Nepal. Now I want to show you a few of the beautiful places in Nepal. Lumini, birthplace of Lord Buddha. Pashupatinath Temple, it is listed on World Heritage Site. Pokhara, which is very popular tourist destination, and it is famous for lakes, Himalaya range, paragliding, trekking, and so on. Mustang. We have very tall waterfalls in Nepal. Nepal is also famous for bungee jumping and rafting. Chitwan National Park, which is also listed on World Heritage Site. Tilicho Lake, which is a very famous trekking site. Ilam, which is very famous for tea. These are only the few among the most beautiful sites. You will have to visit Nepal to see the real beauty. So, a country with the tallest mountains, a country that never gives up, a country with the home of great range of flora and fauna, a country with the strong spirit of Gorkhas, a country where people greet you with a smile, a country where goddess and humans share the same land, a country of unity and diversity, I was born in a small and magnificent country full of natural beauties where Lord Buddha was born, Nepal. Thank you. शिखरको बाटो पोखरमा खोलिदिए बाधाहरू जता पनि पुगादा जय घाम भन्दा पनि
Well, thank you so much, Pratiksha, for presenting Nepal. And not just Pratiksha, thank you so much for Aki, Ria, Satya, Lena, and Pratiksha, all of you. Thank you so much for taking your time to represent your country and culture. And although we couldn't taste the food, but for now we are happy with the images and pictures. So thank you so much. We do appreciate that a lot. Talking about pictures and countries, ISS did hold a Kahoot challenge on flags around the world. And we had that international, well, flag trivia open for the whole week of IEW, and we got about 17 players playing on it, and the contest was pretty good. And part of IEW final today will be announcing the winners. Before I go to the winners, one mention is in ISS, we have a flag legend. His name is Khalil Omimun, and he's one of our alumni. He graduated from Arkansas Tech in computer science. And as a matter of fact, I did send him this trivia as well, and he took it. And surprisingly, he still got the highest score so far. So if any of you want to challenge him, let me know. I'll create another challenge, and we'll see if we can take the title. Okay, so now I'm gonna share my screen and watch the podium for the Kahoot flag trivia results. Give me one moment. Okay, so without any delay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the podium right now. Finger crossed. Uh-oh. Okay, so in case you guys are wondering who's the third winner, because that was the one pick ID, her name is, please excuse me if I say the name wrong. Her name is Ivana Guzman Aguero. She's from Peru. And congratulations to all of you, Nihal, Ivana, and Ria, for winning these challenges. So now I will begin. Thank you all for taking your time and participating in our event. And now I will hand it over to you, Yoshi.
Hi everyone, it's Yoshi here again, and first and foremost, I would like to give thanks to all the language lesson participants for giving up their free time, of their busy schedule with finals coming up and everything. Just a good, 10 minute of their time to do these language lesson videos. I hope you all enjoy them. They're all posted on our Facebook, and I hope you guys learn some words. And I learned some words from it. I learned how to court girls from Aki Haru Isashi. So I learned how to date now in Japanese. So other than that, we can go on. So we had another event that me and Yasu were hosts for on Wednesday, I believe. And my days are messed up. I'm sorry, but it was the photo contest that we did. And so we announced the winners during the live broadcast, but we would like to announce the winners again. So give me a minute when I share this. Can everybody see this? All right, let's get started. So we had a photo contest that was called Country Pride. So participants who wanted to submit a photo, they had some criteria to show the pride of their country. And so for first of all, our honorable mentions. Our honorable mentions of this photo contest was Lena with her Cairo Tower from downtown the Nile River. And she was talking about in her presentation and everything, and here is her photo. And so this is her photo right here on top of the tower. And for third place, it was Akiharu Isashi. The title of this photo was Japanese History, Live with Caesar. And he took this really beautiful picture of a castle. And that was during the fall too, so it was a good timing for this. And then for the next second place, it was Pratisha, Greeting Upon Parents and Senior in Nepalese Culture, which was a picture of, I believe, her brother getting blessing or giving respect to her parents when either he came back to visit them or just maybe he's going away for school or work, something like that. So really meaningful picture. I really love this picture. And our first place was Sultan Al Gandhi. The title of this photo was called The Door of the House that my grandmother was born and raised in, from I believe Saudi Arabia. And so this was the house that his grandmother lived on. And as you can tell, it's really different from how we see it, because nowadays we see Saudi Arabia as, you know, all these big buildings and everything, with big richest house and everything. But seeing how it was back in the days, you can see it's this. And me personally, I like this photo because of the design of the doors. It probably show some story into this too and everything. So good job. If you did not win this competition, don't worry. Everyone's winners in our hearts. We thank you guys for participating in this, because without you all, we wouldn't have this event. So thank you for submitting your photos. And that's the end of my slide. Okay. Do I stop sharing this?
Go up. Bring the scroll up to top of the screen. And stay there.
This is awkward. I'm so sorry.
Go up. You go up. Up when you bring this. Yeah. Did it.
Oh, so is it still share or not sharing? Because my white screen is now. Oh.
No, you stopped sharing.
Okay, because my WebEx just crashed.
Oh.
My WebEx just crashed. So I apologize, everyone. Technology.
Yeah. Tushar helped you. Right. Yep. Everything is under control, as always. Here we go. Sabrina.
Well, so now are you all excited for the result for today's presentation? Okay, so before I mention, the judges really had hard time selecting, but they all did wonderful. And the thing is, like, when we were watching it, it had some technical and it was kind of slow and everything. So we will have this posted on our website, so you can just go and watch it on your free time. So, Tom, third place. Any guess? Whoever attended, any guess? Okay, the third place goes to Japan, Akiharu Isashi.
Yay, Aki. Everybody virtually clap. All right. There we go. There, got a few claps. All right. All right, the second place. My job is to announce second place here. And second place is to, now I'm not gonna make you guess, is our our wonderful duo from India, Ria and Satya. Yay, Ria and Satya.
Okay. So the one that's left, the first top place of today goes to, why Tushar said thumbs down? That's confusing. Goes to Lina, Egypt. Woohoo! Yes, I hear Tushar's actual clapping. It's all about toilet paper, y'all. No, it's not. No, actually, the things that she said that, everybody needs to be proud of themselves and everybody needs to be accepting other cultures. On top of the quality of the presentation, creativity, and how engaging she was, I agree with this judgment. She did excellent job. Not that everybody else didn't do a good job, but to me, especially that her video was the message of International Education Week and the purpose of international student program here. So everybody here as an international student, you bring so much value to our community of university in Russellville. And by sharing it, you are just making this place better and this world better. So in such a short video, then Lina has captured all the essence and the value and the greatness of international education. So congratulations, Lina. Congratulations all. And thank you for who you are. And thank you for joining and participating and educating others in this finale. All right. That concludes our program. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying. And I hope that you had this, should be memorable, only one International Education Week in this format. Hopefully that next year that we talked about getting together, eating together, and then we can go back to the normal life. And let's do it. And then we travel the world together, see the, world in all different places. That's who we are. And let's keep on doing that. Until then, take care, stay safe, and have a wonderful holiday.
You
Bye.
too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.